Episode 84 is going to be a little bit different here. Maybe not to you guys, but for me, I'm at my desk in my room. It's past my bedtime. And instead of using my mic and my laptop, which are literally right in front of me, I'm holding my phone to my mouth right now and just talking because, dude, I got to get this shit done. I need to go to bed. I need to get my shit done. And here's the most frustrating thing for me. So I actually got off work a little bit early today, and I didn't even have to hit the gym today. It was a rest day, so all I had to do was run a mile or exercise for 20 minutes, right? So, you know what? Oh my fuck, dude. So I exercised for 13 minutes earlier. So I guess I still got to bust out 7 minutes. Holy shit, dude. Today is just one of those... Okay, well, anyway. So, after I finish the show, I'm going to probably do some ab work in my room for 7 minutes. So, sweet, man. Worked out for 13 minutes earlier. I ran a mile, and then I had about 2 or 3 minutes worth of walking to do before I got home. So, it was about 12, 13 minutes. So, anyway, great. But today was one of those days, man. I don't know what it was, if I'm just so tired that it's affecting everything I'm doing or what, but I got home from work an hour early, didn't even have to hit the gym, which is usually about an hour, closer to an hour and a half when you factor in the drive time and all this shit. And so I pretty much had from 1:30 to 6:30 to get all my shit done. And did I do it? Nope, sure didn't. I got a few things done, which is great, but not everything that I wanted to. And it's so frustrating because the only reason why I didn't get it done is because I didn't manage my time correctly and I didn't execute on the shit I needed to do, knowing, or, whenever, I don't know, dude, it's frustrating. And it's just further proof to me that I execute the best when I have solid structure in my day. I got off work early. So I guess I thought, I have all this time. I could play some pool on my phone. I could sit on my bed. I could take a little 10-minute nap, and then all that just turned into not doing shit. I'm even behind on my water. I still have a quart to down. I need to go to bed in 20 minutes. So that's going to impact my sleep. That's going to impact tomorrow, and it's a big old long goddamn domino effect. If I would just manage my time better, dude. Oh man, it's so frustrating. But I have no one to blame but myself, so, it is what it is. I was driving home, and just one of my powerless things for today was I've been having this cash in my room for a little bit, and I need to deposit it because I paid off a lot of shit recently, which is great, but it bankrupted me, took all my money. So it's part of the equation here, trying to get out of debt. So, I'll talk about that in another episode. So, but at the moment, I got no money, because I paid off a lot of debt, and so I wanted to deposit this cash immediately so that I could use that cash to, pay for my car. So that's not late, whatever. So I just did that, and driving home in traffic at 6 o'clock was some bullshit. And that added to the frustration, that added to the irritability that I was facing and all this shit. And during the whole thing, I was like, you know what, dude? This wouldn't have been an issue if I would have just did my shit right after work, if I would have planned better, if I would have been on top of my game, Wouldn't be faced with any of this. But here we are, and we're dealing with it. And then I thought, oh shit, still have to record the show. Whew, dude, what a day, Something I was going to talk about yesterday, which is, I'm kind of glad I didn't, and I'm saving it for this one, is how I'm proud of myself for keeping it real here. I'm documenting as much good as I am the bad. And the bad being episodes like this, or episodes like, I think it's 17, or I'm venting about a whole bunch of shit, or, being a bitch and complaining about things, or sharing how I don't want to do this, don't want to do that, how I'm discouraged, how I'm doubtful, etc., But I'm also sharing the good shit, the wins, the excitement, the proud moments, the realizations, the discoveries, the epiphanies, whatever you want to call them. So I feel good knowing that I'm getting both sides here. It's not just all sunshine and rainbows. It's all real and how I'm experiencing things. So it's cool, man. I'm proud of myself for that, for sure. But man, it's just, I think if I'm just kind of shooting loosely here, if I had to narrow all this down, it's just because of my sleep. I'm sleeping a little bit less than 7 hours, more than 6 hours, which I guess is good. But I'm getting up at 2:20 a.m. now instead of 1:45. So it was 2:10 actually, but instead of 1:45, and I guess that's good. It's better, but probably could sleep in longer. But then that would force some more urgency on me, and maybe I'll try that out. Sleep a little bit longer tomorrow. Who knows, dude? I don't think I'm sleeping well. And that's why I brought that up. So I'm sleeping less than 7 hours a night, and then I'm waking up at least once to go to the bathroom because I fuck up on my water. So that impacts my sleep. I'm not getting a deep sleep. I'm probably not hitting REM sleep as much as I should. And I'm probably waking up in the middle of an ultradian cycle, which is like a 90 to 110 minute cycle that you go through sleep, and it repeats. And that's why it's suggested, you sleep in intervals of an hour and a half or the like. So you'd sleep for 90 minutes or 180, which is an hour and a half, or 3 hours or 4.5 hours or 6 hours or 7.5 or 9. Not 7, not 8, but 7.5, right? So maybe that's why there's probably some truth to that too. But dude, I gotta get it under control for sure, because this morning I took 3 power naps before I even started doing shit. I woke up, got directly out of bed before my alarm went off, which is great. Made my bed, went to the bathroom, whatever. Got back in my room, sat in my chair for a minute, and I went, holy fuck. So then I kicked my feet up on my bed and lay back and just took a little power nap for I think it was 5 minutes. I took another one for 4 minutes, and I took another one for 3 minutes, and I took another one for 2 minutes. And I thought, what the fuck am I doing, dude? And so I got up and then began reading and began doing my shit. So it's so funny because I switched all this around so that I could do the ice bath and the run and stuff. So wake me up in the morning. Oh, man. I don't know. There's just a lot I'm trying to figure out, man. One more thing I'm going to talk about for sure is how Year 95, that has no affiliation with the Power List any longer. I think I talked about that a few episodes ago, but yeah, 100% that's not the case anymore. Because it is, I think it's just unrealistic to expect myself to bust out these 5 critical tasks in the 2 hours that I have during the week, and then consider that a failure for the whole day if I don't get those done, So, like I said, I've been thinking a lot about the whole strive for, to be better, not to be perfect. It's not about being perfect, it's about being better than you were. So, with that theme in mind, as long as I complete Year 95, which is that laundry list of tasks, and I might add more later or specify certain ones more clearly. I'm not sure yet, but how it's going now, I'm 100% for the year, which is great. I need to actually remind myself to write a note right now so that I don't forget to exercise for 7 minutes. Exercise 7 minutes. So part of it, and I can read it in case anyone thinks I'm trying to cheat myself here, but for Year 95, it says for workout exercise minimum 20 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. So exercise 30 minutes already. 13 minutes already. We're gonna do 7 more. Maybe just keep it 10, just for the sake of keeping it on a solid number. So why can't I spell exercise so bad, dude? Jesus. Who do that? I don't know, man. It's been one of those days, episode 84. Damn, dude. I mean, I'm proud of myself for holding true to this and committing and doing one every day, but podcast episodes like this, I don't feel proud about of the quality of the content of what these are. But I am proud of myself for holding true to my commitment. So, oh man, dude, I don't know. It's just rough. It's just rough sometimes. And sometimes I think about kind of why I'm doing this, you know. No, I'll be honest, dude. I haven't really had any doubts in that regard. It's not, no one's listening. Why the fuck am I haven't had those thoughts. It's more like, I made this commitment, and this commitment, for the sake of keeping the commitment and following the promise I made for myself, it's all worth it. But for everything else, dude, it's almost like, what the fuck am I doing, man? And not overall, the big picture, but this specific episode, you know? I mean, I guess I am documenting the shit, and that's the entire point of the whole podcast, but yeah, I didn't have a plan. I didn't really have anything I wanted to talk about. I just sat down and clicked record so I could get these 20 minutes over with ASAP so I can go to bed on time, which will not be happening, because if I want to go to bed and get 7 hours, 10 minutes of sleep, I need to go to sleep in 11 minutes right now. And we have 10 minutes left on the podcast and 10 minutes of exercise left. I still need to eat a little bit of food. I still need to finish this gallon of water, probably piss. I actually need to piss very bad. You know what? We're going to stay on top of this. I'm going to piss right now, and I'm going to come back and resume so we gotta do what you gotta do. All right, dude. TMI, don't know, don't care, dude. We gotta do what the fuck we gotta do to get this completed. That's my biggest concern right now. And am I bullshitting right now to kind of make time pass? I guess so. But I feel like I did say what I wanted to say, so that's good. Now I can't find my pen. That's great. Found it. I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. I don't know, dude. I just need to manage my time better. That's really all it boils down to. I gotta just have better structure, better commitments to my time. Dude, I was just talking to my friend about this. He said it was probably a lot easier doing 75 hard without having much responsibility going on. Because I started with only having FedEx on the weekends. And so I had a lot more time to get all my shit done. I said, dude, actually, and I said, I've actually talked about this before. Didn't say on the podcast because can't say that. But I said, I've actually talked about this before, dude. I think it's more difficult to get the program completed when you don't have a lot of responsibilities going on, because you can wake up, we'll just say you wake up at 7 a.m. and you go to bed at midnight or something. You wake up at 7 a.m. and you say, holy shit, dude, I got all day to get all my shit done. And then so you run the whole day with that mentality, and then 5 p.m. rolls around, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., whatever, and you think, oh shit, dude, I haven't done a goddamn thing, so I probably should get started. And you wait an hour or whatever, and before you know it, it's 8 p.m. You got to go to bed here in 3 hours, 4 hours. And you haven't done shit. You haven't drank a gallon, barely any water, barely ate anything for your diet. Still got to take a progress photo. You haven't worked out either time, you know. And I did that a lot. And I guess we're letting history repeat itself here by not managing our time that well, so gotta do better at that, dude. I'm just frustrated, man. Kind of mad at myself. Didn't want this to happen, you know. I'm better than this. Man. Well, the good news is, though, tomorrow is Friday, which means that, it's a great thing it's Friday this week, because I'm going to a Jazz-Laker game with my family on Saturday, and I'm taking work off for that. So, I'm not going into work for FedEx on Saturday, meaning it's not absolutely required that I wake up early. So, why that's important? I'm literally doodling FedEx right now, my bad. Dude, it's so unprofessional, but I'm keeping it real, showing you guys, I guess, where I'm at with shit. So when you go back and listen to this, whenever this might be, you know that I was half-assing it. I fulfilled the commitment, fulfilled the promise, but it wasn't to the best of my ability, dude. There's a lot going on in my head, I guess. I don't know. Just doodling. Lost my train of thought. Dude, what a fucking mess of a show, huh? You know, for right now's sake, this is kind of embarrassing, but for future reference, this is going to be cool to look back on and be like, oh yeah, so he is a person. He does fuck up. Listen to episode 84. What the fuck? Fuck was that? You know? I mean, I think in certain ways, the worse you start off, the better it is later on, because you can compare that shitness to wherever you are now and say, holy shit, he's come so far. He's made it. Look how he started. Look at him now, you know? You know, for a quick analogy, a lot of, you know, big businesses now, like Microsoft, Disney, Apple, they all started in someone's garage or someone's shed. And now look at them, you know, it's pretty inspiring to see how they started and where they're at now. So it's always kind of been the idea, I guess, with all this. It's thinking that I record everything now, and then later on in life, you can go back and listen to everything. And then hear my struggles, hear everything I was going through. And just compare that to where I'm at now, meaning 5 years from right this second. Today is January 11th, 2024. Also notice I've been saying the date in every show, and I think that's just in case there's a motherfucker out there that thinks I just recorded these all in one sitting or something, and I was doing it fake, or I don't know, just some stupid shit. People will hate on anything, you know? And that's one thing I haven't been exposed to with all this, is somebody listening and saying, what the fuck, that's not a stupid waste of my time, you know? So I'm sure that'll happen, though. I mean, if the Real Deal podcast sounded like this on every episode, I mean, that's fair. Yeah, this is a shitty episode for sure. But this is kind of how every episode is going to go for the bq.POV, it's quick documentation. However, I have kind of come to the conclusion that every episode is going to be no more than 10 minutes and maybe no less than 5. I'm going to try to get it in 5. If I can, then 10's the max, because I talked about this in one podcast already, but if I'm going to have 3,653 episodes in 10 years, I want people to be able to listen to them all and not be like, oh, shit, I will never listen to any of these because they're so long. There's an hour long and there's 3,000 of them. So I will not be listening. I want them to see that they're 5 minutes each and they can listen to 12 in 1 hour and then be caught up with the whole year in, 30 days, or what is it, 300 days, I don't know. So that's that. And then with the real podcast, whatever we're going to call it, Pursuit of Personal Excellence, I don't know. That's what's sticking. It's what sounds good now. I think that will be real full-length episodes twice a week. And that was a goal for me, was to get 104 episodes out for the year for that podcast, but I'm not sure. Not trying to force myself to make a show if I don't have anything to talk about, but at the same time, some shows here I've actually done pretty good at forcing myself to talk about some shit, and right now I'm doing too bad. So, but definitely I'm going to approach that a lot more professionally, a lot more organized, planned out, as opposed to this. Because, like I just said, this is going to be a quick documentary to show kind of the day-to-day, to live hard through building business, through all the shit. Not necessarily for entertainment purposes, more so to document everything and prove to others and myself that all you have to do is just start and not give up. And that's it, dude. And so I just want to prove that to myself, prove that to other people. I want to be able to point people in this direction when they say, how'd you start? What the fuck? How come? And I say, dude, go listen to episode 1 of the bq.POV show. And it has everything you need to know from episode 1 to episode 3,653. And that'd just be 10 years. If I do this for 30 years, we'd have almost 10,000 episodes. And so good luck listening to all those, But it'll take 10 years to get to 3,653. And in case this is the first time listening to any of this, how I'm getting 3,653 and not 3,650, because adding a 0 to 365 in a year would be 10 years, because you factor in the 3 leap years, because we're going to have one this year. And in those 10 years, there's going to be 2 more. So that's where I got that shit. Don't think I'm stupid. That's just math. So, fuck. Anyway, I'm going to go exercise here. I'm going to do ab work, I think. I think I'm actually going to work on some mobility work. I'm going to look up a video and do a 10-minute mobility workout or something. And then I'm going to call it as far as year 95 goes. Let's actually double check. So, start from the top. I still got to take my vitamins and fish oil, dude. According to the podcast, it's going to be done. Just brush my teeth. Got to finish the gallon, lay my clothes out, write my power list for tomorrow, take fish oil. And that's it for year 95. Fucking frustrating, man. Got to eat a little bit more. Got to exercise. Jesus, dude. Anyway, guys, it's been 20 minutes, not going to lie. And, it's been 20 minutes, not going to lie. I'm stoked to see that, so I'm going to get on my shit, hopefully make it to bed in enough time to get some kind of quality sleep so that tomorrow isn't a complete shit show. And we'll leave it at that. So, thank you guys so much for listening to probably the worst episode I've ever had. And we'll talk to you on the next one. Peace out.